What are you willing to let go? What are you willing to let go? Are you ready to make sacrifices? Are you ready to get out of your comfort zone? Are you ready to stop drinking, smoking, having sex, clubbing? Are you ready to give it up? Are you ready to give it up? Are you ready to leave those things behind? The gossiping, the hanging out, just doing whatever to fill a void, doing whatever feels good at the moment, and then go back home and sit in your mess because you know your life is a mess. What are you willing to let go? What are you willing to sacrifice? Because in order for you to want change and want to do better, it requires sacrifice. It requires letting things go, giving things up, and getting out of your comfort zone. What you once knew before, and doing things that is different. Things will change when you change your mind and when you change what's going on inside of you. Matter of fact, God will do the changing within inside of you, but you got to give him your yes. And he will begin to work things out in the inside of you. But you also have to be willing to let things go, give things up, make sacrifices in the midst. Because he's not going to do all the work for you. You have to play your part. You got to partner with God. He's willing to partner with you, but are you going to partner with him? It's a partnership. But are you willing? I had to let go the clubbing, the drinking, the having sex, the cursing. I had to let those things go. I had to give it up. I had to give it up. Because I realized those things didn't add no value to my life. They didn't add no value to my life whatsoever. It was all temporary and just for the moment. And then once I get back home, things is still the same. Ain't nothing changed. Because it was just a moment. Just a moment that went by. Just a moment. That's it. But is it really helping you grow and become the version that you're really, so-called claim that you want to be? Or, is it? You say you want to do this and do that and become this person. But are you doing the things to make it happen? Are you letting things go? Are you giving things up? Are you making sacrifices to become that person? What are you doing? Because you can't sit here and be talking about you want to change, you want your life to change. Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. One day this, one day that. But are you working towards those things? Are you working towards getting closer to the person that you're desiring to be and become? And that means letting go your old lifestyle in order to embody a new lifestyle and to embody who you're supposed to really be, who God is calling you to be, the version that God needs you to be. The woman, the man, whatever. I ain't gonna say whatever, but the woman of God, man of God, who God needs you to be, okay? You have to work. You got to move. In order to see change, you got to be making moves. As God is partnering with you and you are partnering with God, things will change. Because see, the work has to be done inside. And also your mind. Your mindset needs to change. The way that you see things, your perspective. What is your perspective like? What is your perspective like? Because see, if you got a negative mindset and you're constantly in these patterns, you're you feel like you're in a battle. That's no good. You got to change your way of thinking. You got to change your way of thinking. When you have a negative mindset, you open yourself up to spiritual attacks, demonic spiritual attacks, demonic attacks. And we know how that goes. Once you get attacked, it kind of continues. You open up the door for the enemy to attack you in every kind of way, because he see what gets to you. He know exactly what provokes you, trigger you. He know. So he's going to use that against you. He's going to try to use whatever he can against you, because he knows what gets to you and how to get you out of character, how to get you out of alignment with God's will, how to get you to go back to that thing that God called you from, how to get you to keep doing that thing that you know that ain't serving you no purpose. It ain't adding no value to your life. He knows. But do you know? Are you aware? Are you going to hold yourself accountable? Are you going to make the choice not to indulge in things that you know that's not going to add value to your life, and it's not helping you become the version that God is calling you to be, and it's not helping you to get even closer to that version that you're supposed to be? Are you willing to make those sacrifices? Are you willing to make a move? Do you have faith? Do you have enough faith to trust God in what direction he's taking you? Because it's the direction he's taking you. And we're not talking about taking no easy routes and all that, because see, you taking the easy route, you're just gonna fall back on your face. It's no sense in taking the easy route. It's no sense. The easy route, if you take the easy route, how you gonna really learn? How are you gonna really learn in order to help somebody else? No. It's a process. It's a process. You can't take no easy route. Take the route that God is taking you. And we don't know how long that may be. But as long as God is leading you, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Trust that God is leading you where he needs you to be in order to help you grow, in order to shift the way that you're thinking, in order to mold you, in order to shape you into who he needs you to be. But are you willing to make sacrifices? Are you willing to give it up? Are you willing to let go of that boyfriend, that girlfriend? If anything in your life right now is not adding no value in no type of way, shape, or form, you're gonna have to do something. You're gonna have to make a choice. You're gonna have to decide. Set some boundaries and decide what you want to continue to allow. Because what you allow, what you expect, what you allow is going to continue. So you have to make a choice. You got to make a choice, because ain't nothing going to change if you don't make the choices. You got to do what's best for you. If it's not adding no value to your life in no kind of way, what are you doing? What are you doing? Who care about how long you've been with who and how long they've been around and how? Don't nobody care about, no. Somebody can be around for a long behind time, but okay, is they really adding any value to your life? I once was told history don't mean nothing. I was with someone for like over 5 years. Well, I was dealing with them. I was with them, then I was dealing with them. And that person wasn't adding no value to my life at all. Was not adding no value. Baby, I was like head over heels over this person. It took me a long time to let that person go. A long time. A long time. It's like you have to really get tired. You have to really be tired of the same old mess. You got to be tired. You got to be tired of the same old mess. You don't feel fulfilled in life. You don't feel like not much is going on, like you don't belong here. You feel empty inside. You got to get tired of the same old mess. When you change your mindset and when you give God your yes to allow Him to do what He needs to do within you to help you, that's when things will change in your life. And you have to be willing to partner with Him. You got to be willing to cooperate with Him. You got to be willing to get out of your comfort zone. Wherever He take you, whatever He's calling you to do, are you going to be willing? Are you going to be obedient? Regardless of what it look like, feel like, are you going to be obedient? You want your life to change? Okay. Okay. Follow the way that God wants you to go. Do what God's telling you to do. And it will. Allow God to transform you into who He needs you to be. And be willing to let go whoever and whatever. Or set boundaries, one or the other. You got to choose. Because everybody can't go the route that God is taking you. They can't go. No matter who they is. It don't matter who they are. Don't nobody love you more than God love you. Don't nobody want best for you more than God. Like He want the really best for you. God plans is better than our own. There's nobody who want more for us than God do. God wants so much more for us. But it's about what are we willing to do? Are we willing to get out of that comfort place and go into the unknown where He's trying to take us and what He's trying to do within us and how He's trying to use us for His purpose, for His will, for His plans. God, not my will, but your will. That needs to be what you should be saying. Not my will, but your will. Whatever you want, I want. Whatever you want, God, I want. Because I'm tired. I'm tired. I can't do this anymore. I don't want to keep living like this. I don't feel like nothing's changing or happening for me. Anything good is happening. I don't feel fulfilled. Why is this happening? What's going on? Why does this keep happening? Why does this keep going on? It's about what you are allowing and the choices that you are making. I'm going to talk to y'all in the next video, okay?